holy moly. Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. Yeah. Horrible, horrible, horrible little things.
I'm hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
Hello everybody, I'm Indy Mac and you're here with me in Indy's Kingdom. Just a working title at the moment, as you will have followed so far. We are going to be building a kingdom, and today we're going to make our first build. Well, technically we have made our first build. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I did it. So what we'll do, I'll also show you what I've decided, something that's going to change things up just a little bit. If you have a look over here, we have a nice bright kingdom over there in the middle, and then we have a nice swamp biome over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this natural divide. Oh, holy moly. Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. And perhaps get my diamond sword out, and he will be following me. But yes, so what we'll intend to do is we're going to create a divide of the rich and the poor. We will have the rich who stand on the shoulders of the poor and basically rub their faces in it. And in order to do this, as you may know, we don't have poor people, we don't have rich people, so we're going to have to make it evident in the buildings. So we're going to utilize different building styles. We're also going to have like more of an industrial sector. We will also have a docks area. We're going to try and make this kingdom, we're going to divide it into sections. Now we're going to get back over to the swamp area where all the swampy people are, and we'll try to give names to the people, which it'll help if we know exactly what we're going to call the kingdom first. But as you know, that's going to come. It's just going to take a bit of time. Now over here we have Mr. Creeper. Seems to be seems to be uninterested in me until I get close enough. Great big meanie. We're in the water. It should be okay. Yeah. Horrible, horrible, horrible little things. Oh dear. So anyway, this here is the building that I've created. This is the style that we're going to go for. It's very, very patchy. Time is running away with us here. We're going to have to go to bed, and then I will show you around and show you what we've done. Whoa! What in the... Now, I don't know if you guys know of Dan from The Worst Gamer Ever. He recently did an episode in which, as he was building his home, I'll leave a link in the description. You have to watch it. It's hilarious. But it does involve a bunny, which is remarkably like this one here. That is spooky. It's the exact same... Whoa. Anyway. Scary, scary bunnies. Freaky. Let's just get some sleep, and then we'll show you around and show you what we've done. So what we've done is we've created a very tiny home, but we do this just to really use as a method by which it's a kind of an operation to kind of work out what sort of style we want to go for. So in this particular home, when you're looking to put together your materials, it's always a good idea to kind of establish, what do you want your home to look like? Do you want it to look fresh and new? Do you want it to look modern? Do you want it to look medieval or rustic? Because once you decide what you want to do, you then have to go through the materials and find materials which will match that style. What I've gone for is I've gone for a very patchy look, so we're not looking to use glass and stone bricks. We've decided to use, what we've got here is spruce wood planks and jungle wood planks. We've got spruce wood as our supports, and by not having glass, we're really kind of trying to show that, you know, these poorer people, they couldn't afford wonderful fancy glass windows, or they just don't know how to make glass. Whereas richer people, you would expect their homes to be a little bit ahead of the curve. Now, what I've also done is I've also made some just made some holes in the ceiling, really. Which the intention of this is just to make it so that it's all a little bit worn down. When it rains, the water will come through, not onto the bed, mind, because of course nobody would want to sleep in a room where the water is on top of you. Now, we're trying to use this tiny little space as wisely as possible. Never underestimate the value of detail. Sometimes it's these tiny little things. I found quite a lot of these little flowers here, and I think these are the prettiest ones. I'm going to use these a lot. This particular flower I've decided is going to be the emblem flower of this kingdom. So maybe this is a blue kingdom. Might be a red kingdom. Maybe it will be a red and blue kingdom. But we'll work something out colour-wise. There's so many things to consider. So let's get to the nitty-gritty. Oh, you freaky, yeah. We don't like the bunny. Now we've got a nice little space down here. We're going to build the very same building again. Now we're not going to... I know a lot of you are already builders in your own right, so I'm not going to patronise you and talk you through the very simple things. But what we like to do is we like to have wooden structures, and we start with these structures. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. And then what we do is we'll have inside of that, let's grab some wood. Let's say spruce wood for the base. There we go. We got 1, 2. Grass can sometimes get in the way. That's one of the downsides to a swamp biome. 3, 4. And I can't click for toffee today. Haha. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then again another support here. So if you have a look up here, what we have is we've got the support goes up 3, and then we have beam across, which is what we're going to do here. So we'll have these going up 5, 4. I can continue. 3, 2, 1. Chap, chap, chap. There we go. And then again, let's follow this 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take that piece of it. There we go. And we're going to try and leave as much of this in as possible. We might take some of it out later. But again, building into the terrain is always, it has its benefits. It just gives sometimes a more authentic look. I've said it before, I'll say it 100 times. I think when you build into the terrain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See what I've done there. See, I can't count either. I will learn one day to count. And in case you're concerned, I can actually count, just sometimes have little lapses. 2, 3, 4. Oh. What in the hoo-ha? No! Okay, so we should probably eat something. Again, this is one of the downsides to playing in survival mode, is sometimes the ghoulies can come for you. So we're gonna... We got him. We got him. We got him. He was easy enough. So we have a perfect square, we have our wooden supports, 2, 3, 4. Oh. And now we fill in the gaps. Chop, chop. Now you really can't change out any of these woods for different materials. This is a very basic structure and one that I use in a lot of my builds. This is as small as I will build. Maybe I'll take up the challenge of trying to build an even smaller house. But of course the roof does make it look. You can see all of the bushes and the vines. That's all a part of the rustic look that I go for. But yeah, you will notice that the roof makes it look an awful lot bigger than it actually is. So again, if we want a door, put the door here. Now we need some jungle wood so we can mix this up a little bit. Jungle wood planks. There are lots of little adjustments you can make. Used up all of what am I doing? I have no idea. There we go, and there we have some stairs, and we'll get some more jungle wood there. Right, okay, so if we take our jungle wood, and there's no specific art to this. It really is as you feel comfortable. We don't want it to be too symmetrical. So the idea is that it's completely patchy. There we go, place that there. We did have windows here, didn't we? You can place the windows wherever you like. Again, it's not always good to have a completely symmetrical house. Sometimes it's good to have a bit of asymmetry, just gives sometimes things the edge, but you just have to know how to use it, and that comes with practice. My advice to anybody is to really to perfect your craft in creative. It just gives you allows you to freely place and withdraw items without having to mine them back out as you would do normally. Here we go, so we'll have maybe this side will be a little bit more. There we go, and we'll so I hope you've been following. There's one more there, and there we have a very basic structure. So you would then replace the floor. Again, you can make the floor patchy too. Now, I'm very aware that we don't want to make this episode too long, because as I promised before, we're going to try and make these very simple, very short and easy to follow guides, but we don't want you having to sit here for hours on end trying to work out how to do it. So, what you have there is your basic structure. Now what we would do is we would get some stairs. Let's build some stairs, shall we? Not stairs, we want 3 ladders, is that enough, or do we need one more? I don't know. Anyway, let's make sure we have plenty. Ladders are quite vital to let's get some sleep. Last thing we want is for all the ghoulies, the Gingang ghoulies, to come by and disturb the build. All I'm doing for you today is I'm just showing you how to build the basic structure. Then we'll go over and have a look, and I'll show you how to then decorate, how to make something really look more authentic. There we go. Now what I'll probably do is I may well change these out for upside down stairs, just because it gives a little bit more of a ceiling to the downstairs. But oh, what have I done? That's my bad again. Right, chop, 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 chop. What we have failed to do is we put the floor in here like so. So the floor should be parallel to this here, which is going to support the roof. And then you have quite a bit of room up here. It's quite nice. And again, we'll get another. So there we go. There we have it. So we have a basic cube. Now, I don't know how many of you have done roofing before. There are a number of different methods you can do this. You can either do this with just a basic triangle, which would involve, we're missing a few little blocks in here even. Let's quickly just fill that in. You can just use your stairs, whether they be upside down or I see what I've done. You can either do them as just stair, 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 stair. I like to make it double tall, so adding in blocks as well just to make it taller. I just think it gives an extra effect, and it also opens up the room. If you were to do a perfect triangle of stairs to create the roof, you don't end up with an awful lot of room to move about. But let me show you what we can do. So, no, we don't want to do this. Ignore me for just a second. Got to take this out. We've started to put the roof along the wrong side, but that's generally what we end up doing when we're this tired. Having children, blessing as it may be, it does take up an awful lot of your energy and leaves you exhausted at the best of times. So I'm going to make a lot of mistakes along the way. I hope that those of you who are following the tutorial, maybe you've got your Xbox or your PC on at the same time. I do apologise if you make the same mistakes as I for the very same reason. My bad. There we go. Right. Now again, another thing that you can do is you can really change around the textures that you use on the roof. Usually, for those of you who may have watched some of my previous builds, especially on the Snazzy patch, some of the methods that I've used for roofing, we've used the stone brick stairs as like almost like a trim, and we are still going to do that in the richer areas. But because of course these are just the poor folk, they don't have the money for such rich trimmings. They really just have to make do with whatever materials that they can get. So there's the downstairs, so to speak, of the roof. Here we are, and again it's just going to be a random colour selection. Now, spruce wood, we need some more. There we go, more planks. And here. Oh, tripping over myself. and we haven't brought any of the spruce wood stairs, which is clever. So yeah, so like as I mentioned, what we're doing here is we're doing one lot of stairs block, and then a stairs will be on top of that, and then we'll do the same again. You can see where we've done that here as well. So let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to magic this done. So just consider this for a second. Really take a look at how we do this. We also around the front and the back we also use the upside down stairs just to connect these together. But I will see you very shortly. After which time I fully expect to have this roof done. Speak to you soon. And welcome back again. As you can see, the roof is now done. Okay, so all we now need to do in order to finish the shell of the house is to fill in the last bits of wall. So let's get back here. Now what we do is with this particular bit, I do like to have an idea as to how we're going to make it look, because it just really adds to the home. So what we're doing is we're going to do it this way. We like to have a pattern in here just to give it that little extra homely feel. And then what we'll do is we'll take some fence. We don't have any fence, we'll grab some fence in a minute. But again, just a very basic pattern. You can do different patterns for every home. I mean, especially when I'm working with glass, I like to make it look quite unique. Each and every house will have its own design. And in the richer areas, these will be way more prominent. But just for now, they're very, very simple. And so you'll notice we have a very nice little room here. We can decorate this. What I'll do is I'll do that off camera, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you with the other building as to how then we decorated this, just to make it more interesting. So as you can see, all we have is our wooden shell. We have a patchy roof, patchy walls, made up of different materials, but we covered them with bushes and vines around the outside. We did this all throughout, as you can see, and really don't worry too much about where these vines are placed. I mean, it really is a very random thing. We've placed up there, as you can see, a nice little. I like these little stone knobs on the end of on the wooden beams, because it just makes it look like they've been stapled. We've added some wooden fence around here just for extra detail. We've done that all the way around. So that's the outside. You'll notice we've started with some path here. Now, out in the swamplands, they don't have proper roads. They couldn't afford. You know, it's not really a place that's very well taken care of by the kingdom. As long as people have got roofs over their head, they're happy. So we've got a tiny little farm here, nothing special, just a few carrots. It doesn't necessarily need to even be protected. We've just put a little fence around it for the look. I'm not entirely sure about this water flow here. I might be removing that at some point. But so remember, what you need to do is you need to make sure that every part of the house looks like it's functional, so you don't have any empty space. So what we've got here is we've got a little table with a plant, we've got a stove where you might cook his food, storage, a little wash basin. So even though it's a tiny place, he has everything that he needs. Again, he's got somewhere here to do his work. Maybe we place a chair in there as well. There we go. So that can be almost like a little desk. and then somewhere to sleep, somewhere to put his hat. We've got there a little leather hat and some boots that I had sitting in a chest. I might make a few more of those, but in order just to make it interesting, we also then added more of these things inside, so it's become a little bit overgrown. We've got mould and damp, and that usually comes with when something is very, very old. So it's started to become a little bit overgrown. At some point we are going to build the house the Tricky Piston says as a challenge, which is the home that is overgrown by an individual tree, and we'll probably need to use a custom tree to make it interesting. I'm going to do the same with this house that I have to that, so we're really going to rustic it up. We're going to add some bushes and vines, and then once we've got that, then if you notice we already have an image. I'm going to screenshot that because that is ideally what we're looking for maybe a thumbnail. But that is how to build a 5x5 house in a swampy rustic theme. So in the meantime, I'm going to leave you there, and I'm looking forward to getting another episode under my belt, and I hope that you continue to hit the like button. Make sure that you support the cause, and follow the kingdom. If you see a bunny like this, just kill it. I mean, it's obviously watching for something. It seems to be. I think it's one of. Yeah, it's definitely a scout from the Nether. There we go. Happy days. Oh wow. Very cool. They drop leads. Rabbit hide. Have no idea what to do with rabbit hide. This episode has probably been longer than I'd intended, but yeah, as long as you've enjoyed it. So yes, so please subscribe, like, leave in the comments ideas. We're still taking ideas on the name of the kingdom. What I'll do is I'll go through a few of the ones that have been suggested by certain people in the next episode. So get your entries in, and then eventually we will have a naming ceremony. We're also going to be looking any sort of input that you wish to have. I'll be making some big shout outs to some of you in one way or another. What we may do is we may have a crypt, an underground area, maybe under a cathedral, or I'm not really looking for the city to have a religion as such, but we might have maybe a town hall, and underneath we'll have a crypt in which we can place the names of all those who help the kingdom along the way. So in the meantime, have a lovely afternoon. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Bye for now.
Hooked